Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fableheim and the Legend of Keepers. We resume the Enchantress's journey here on the third banner, and this is totally my first time looking at it. What are you talking about? I don't mind showing defeats on the channel. I did so with Mog, because I believe, wholeheartedly, that you learn more from defeat and failure than you do from victory, and I learned quite a lot. However, there was a healthy dose of salt incorporated. So, we're going to do this again, and I'm just going to show you what I've learned. Hopefully, you know. One of the things I've learned is that cutting Sarel's health down to 300 is dramatically different than cutting Mog's down to 600. But I'm going to do it again, because, you know, and the definition of insanity is trying the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. And I am quite insane. This shadow is a bitch! I'm dead.
Gaia calls me.
Now, a huge part of what I've learned was these promotion skills. And I am incredibly disappointed with her promotion. Like, I 100% prefer Mog's promotion mechanic. But the one that really screwed me over is Sandstorm. This one that randomly moves heroes just ended everything that I was trying to do. Of course, I understand how it could be useful, but if you're planning a combo, Sandstorm will ruin it, is basically what I learned. Also, when I first saw this promotion, I said that Mental Alienation was incredibly powerful, and I'm sure it is. I've seen it be powerful, but it's so hard to use it when the room RNG is not in your favor. Like, the room has to be set up in a certain way for this to go off, and it hasn't been for me. So, as for what we're going to take, I might just skip that and go here. Poisoned Body applies poison 3 to all heroes undefeated. So you have to kill them in 10 turns. I just like that damage. Applies 2 random penalties. What if we just YOLO? Deals 4% of the target's maximum life as fire damage for each penalty applied to the target. We don't apply too many of those. Although percentage-based damage is probably good, maybe? I don't know. Maybe I still just take this middle one. Kind of leaning towards this right one. I do like Blazing Snowflake, although it is quite a conditional thing. And Tiredness is just always good, you know? Well, let's YOLO. No, let's not YOLO. Let's take the raw damage here. I'm sure nothing will go awry when we just kill things. Now I'm going to go through the team here, and I will get right back to you. Okay, so what we have here is Henry the Dark Magus. The Dark Magus is okay. He does morale damage. I pretty much just use him for the tiredness whenever I do use him, but he can provide some air, which we are sorely lacking in this team. We have the Suck, Lily 2, and she is... I just like... The Suck has grown on me. I didn't like her at first, but I really like that her attacks can ricochet. It's very nice. She provides fire and nature damage, of course. We have Brand the Flame Eater, who's just fire damage. He also adds 2 stacks of penalties, so if we're stacking like Burn or Demoralized, he's pretty good at that. And of course, damage is increased by 5% per stack of penalty. And we have Douglas the Tree. Now, Douglas was the name of my first treant, and I just thought it was freaking hilarious, so Douglas is back. I don't know how I feel about the treants, but they're here. Applies Thorns 2 to the Master when the treant is defended. We have Kaothos, the Skeleton Magus. I really like the Skeleton Magus. He applies Demoralized, but he also does quite a bit of fire damage. You're probably sensing a trend. We have a lot of that shit. We have Unhoplite here, who is a skeleton soldier, but he's a hoplite. That's undead. So Unhoplite. The unique thing with him is that monsters behind him take less damage, but as he's weak to fire and ice, sometimes it's hard to put him up front. Sometimes. And Ragnaros returns to us to deal fire and burning damage. So with a team that's this one-dimensional, I kind of feel like we should go to the Merchant here first. Merchant, YOLO, YOLO. However, There is something I tried that I did really like. At the trainer here, if we upgrade Brand, we can basically repeat Ice Cube's combo. 63 damage, consumes a stack of burns applied to the target. Now, where are we going to get those burns, you asked? Well, if we upgrade Kael'thas to the front target, he deals burn 3. And it is almost exactly the amount that we have. So basically, if Kael'thas and Brand are in the same team together, they can make the world turn. So now we YOLO. Oh, I'm so sad.
My disappointment is immeasurable.
A headhunter is here to show you a promising monster he has spotted on the job market. Do you wish to recruit it? I would love to recruit the Infernal Guardian. But we have no money. And once again, let's try and plunder. Let's see if we can get away with it. Brand, Kael'thas, and Ragnaros. So I really cannot afford any risk of injury. Which means we're going probably to Redneck Village. What a lovely place. We could also YOLO an artifact. Some artifact could be like game winning, but I really need 20% of monster. Oh dear. If they're injured, it's only for 3 weeks. Your volunteers have organized a dance party involving several bonfires and a few happy murders in the village, and they have emerged unscathed. Great. An archaeologist is ringing your doorbell to claim an artifact, blaming you for looting it. Even dares to demand you donate to the museum. Well, let's slice and dice them, shall we? And now, we're gonna get a monster. I almost just want to do the easy fight. Is this... So under heroes, is this telling me that there's 2 tier 2 units and 1 tier 1 unit? But I want the gold from the big fight. So we're going to see if our combo here is any good. We are so weak to ice up front. I guess we'll leave Henry up there. We have no real tank. Maybe we bring Hoplite up. Although he's weak to ice as well, isn't he? Yeah. Oh dear. Sweet mother of pearl. Alright, well, we'll go with this. We'll see if we can make this work. I really hope we can. Alright, I am horrified of what we're facing. I also should have mentioned we have 2 traps, as we always do. One of them is the brand new one we just unlocked, which applies magical weakness, so our master spell does more damage to them. Which is pretty good, considering we actually have a bunch of damage spells. We're not doing nature. We're just going to take the poison here. Although this is physical damage, and they're really resilient against that. Let's just do this. The Dragon Knight is scary. Terrifying, in fact. But look at that. Oh my goodness. Do we poisoned body? I think we poisoned body. This is doing so much damage because of the nature weakness. So now if one of them die, then we're applying elemental weakness from this trap. If one of them die, they will poison the others. Now, I don't have the Treant up here, who is our... or the Succubus. I was hoping you would survive one turn, and it looks like he's going to. But, our entire plan here was kind of to nuke this guy in the front with the Kael'thas Brand combo, and that's kind of out of the table with the Dragon Knight. I could just try and absolutely dunk on the Hellbringer, which I honestly think is more of the play. Just get rid of her. It's fine. Brand's going to deal bonus damage thanks to all these random as hell debuffs. And I'm hoping that on Hoplite's bonus resistance here, that probably saved him. I was hoping it would save. Wait, don't you do bonus damage? Yeah, that's why, okay. If the target that he's attacking has greater or positive fire resistance, he deals 50% more damage. Great. Alright, magical brambles. This will spread poison body to everyone. as well as inflict more weakness. I wasn't really prepared for this with this team, if I'm being perfectly honest. Do I just tiredness and hope I don't instantly die? Because Rag's gonna get one shot. Oh dear. This is the hardest banner start I think I've had. Oh, let's magma him. That should kill him? The Berserker, of course. I don't really introduce the people besides saying the Dragon Knight's fucking terrifying. But the Berserker, of course, applies Enrage. Oh, and the Hellbringer does ice shit to the back. Oh, Be'lakor. We also have the Skeleton Margaret, who is pretty good, actually. Their back attack is insane, and they gain dodge at the start of the fight. Good old Megan. That could be really good. We can also use Be'lakor. Alright, let's Be'lakor. I love naming him Be'lakor, in case that wasn't obvious. Sure, his name right now is Lampeto, but that's not going to be the case anymore. I don't remember where this thing is. Be'lakor's name has a thing in it. I don't think it's this, but it is now. You're just going to have to believe. Okay. I feel happy having Be'lakor. I still want to go to the merchant, I think. Psycho Imps, huh? I'm going to reroll this. The Gargoyle can be okay, but we're rerolling it. Spiky Boy! Now there's something I'm talking about. This could also be really good. The Poisonous Plant. That synergizes incredibly well with the Trent and Spiky Boy. Oh, am I actually going to use the Trent? So Spiky Boy gives thorns to the party and is hella tanky. So that could be something we investigate. The walk-in fridge is full of bodies. The doctor could resurrect a fresh human and transform it into an employee in exchange for a little blood. The cultists. How do we feel about the skeleton cultists? No, I don't think I do. I think I'll keep my blood, thank you. Farewell. Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye. Drinks? Hey look, I found a good use for the blood. Blood for the blood god. Drink it up. You can also go to this therapist, but that would only affect unhoplines, so not really needed. Let's go to the yellow. The cleaning goblin comes to see you, weeping. Zluby, his pet stick insect, died in a mopping accident. Will you take Zluby to the resurrection room to harvest the goblin's joyful cheers, sell the corpse to a gourmet chef, or organize a funeral? Well, let's just resurrect him. It's fine. It's fine. Now, we do not possess an artifact. And I kind of wish I did possess an artifact. So I think we're going to do that. The question is, how into this combo plan am I? And the answer is I'm pretty in. I think Spiky Boy is going in over the unhoplite for Tink, so we'll put you to room 2. Man, I'm so diverse in this first room, aren't I? Oh, yeah. Okay, well, we're going to go with this. So this one, 2 tier 2s and 1 tier 1, an artifact, and a resting room that removes penalties, I believe. So here we go. This time I'll try better to explain what we're fighting. We are fighting a Shadow, who is incredibly annoying. In fact, this character is what dealt the killing blow in my tilted run of Doom. So I'm more prepared this time to beat him up, and it's kind of entirely accidental that I am, but I am more prepared, which is great. He is going to deal nature damage to the front, apply poison to the target with the highest health at the start of each fight, and deal bonus damage if a monster's at maximum life. So he has first blood mechanic. We also have the Sage, named Sun, which is weird, does ice damage to the front, and he will heal everyone's max health, which kind of sucks. And we have the Scholar in the back, the weird character that deals ice and fire damage. So how are we going to deal with these? Well, I had the Poisonous Trap down first, even though there is a sizable amount of nature resistance, because I'm going to Magical Brambles here, because I want this elemental weakness. Now, with the stacking nature and elemental weakness... Will they not stack? Oh, shit. My front line here is in a bit of trouble, because even though Spiky Boy is thick, and trust me, he is thick. No. Bellacore being faster than Brand kind of sucks. I don't know how much, if he can take all this hate. He can take a lot of it, but I don't know if he can take all of it. I'm just going to have to do the damage of Spontaneous Combust. I think. Alright, Bellacore. I don't think this bonus burn's going to apply. I pretty much just need to kill this guy. Live, Spiky Boy! Alright, now the other monsters have 5 thorns. Thankfully, Bellacore is actually resilient to both of these attacks. So now that I've killed the Shadow, Bellacore can tank. At least a little bit. Okay. Weak to fire. But the burn's not being applied. Does that combo not work? Oh, he needs to be... Okay, I get it. So he has to be below 50% for this combo to work. So Bellacore's not quite as good as I thought he was with this. Kael'thas is exceptionally good, though. Kael'thas even goes before Brand, so he can apply the burn, then Brand can just, like, follow it up. But this works out. Sure, they removed their penalties, but they didn't have any penalties left. Now we have our Master Spell, and Blazing Snowflakes is terrible here. In fact, all of these are pretty bad here. I might just freeze. Even though the Scholar is resilient to ice, she now deals 50% less damage. And considering she's going to deal fire damage to Douglas here, I am happy with that. Look at that tanking. Unfortunately, Rag, you're not being very useful here. I know that you're the Fire Lord and all that, but you could do a little bit more damage. Oh my goodness, what did you live at? Drake, beneath the endless tide. I did not think I'd get a chance to say that in this game. But hey, here we are. Our first Thorn skill. Alrighty. The homeopathic poison. Heroes with less than 50% of their maximum morale lose 30 to all resistances. If we had any level of morale damage, this would actually be pretty good. Would not be bad. The Philosopher's Stone. The Alchemist can transmute 100%, 150% additional gold. Blood and Tears can be transmuted equivalently. This could be good. And the Staff of Speech. I've never seen this one before. Monsters in a group containing 3 different types gain 30% power at the start of a fight. So that would be Skeleton, Demon, and Elemental. Do I have this? I might actually have this. I think Brand's an Elemental. I'm going to try this. It might also get sold, but you know. Okay, so Brand's a Demon. Kael'thas is a Skeleton. Spiky Boy's an Elemental. So Bellacore gets cut from that. Skeleton. Is a Trent its own type? What? Alright, I think we can do the stick. We can do the stick thing. I mean, I'm terrified, but we can do it. Hey, look, that was one I didn't have. Is it just a matter of finding it? Okay. Alright, alright. Merchant. Event. Merchant. Maybe we can find another Spiky Boy? Although, I wouldn't be able to put him with his team. Time Watcher. Air damage. The Ice Skeleton is pretty good. 10 power and 5 dual resistance per hero affected by Frostbite. Unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of Frost energy, but I do really like the Ice Skeleton. We've used them to great efficacy. Fire in the back. I can't brand that, because Brand's attack hits the front. I could still just take it, to have an actual trap that deals damage. Am I that desperate? Kind of. Does it also provide me some... Okay, sure. Options. The Skeleton Bull, the Ghost, the Spooky Boy, and the Circular Saw. I think I'll leave this. Although the Bull is pretty good, isn't he? Okay. Alright. We're good. Let's plunder. I'm gonna need some money here. Spiky Boy, our Bull, and Unhop Line. 100% chance to find a monster at the cost of morale. Fully replenish. Artifact. 25% chance. Let's go. Your volunteers have desecrated a crypt. The local skeletons frown disapprovingly. Spiky Boy is badly wounded and will need lots of care. At this much, we can actually do this. Okay. What do we want to do? How does the Bull scale? I don't think I've ever seen the Bull at the highest level. So he's level 2 right now. Level 3 increases his little area thing. Level 4, 3 haste and 3 shell. And this deals 60. And Flame Spirit 3. That's not bad. Also 160 hit points. Wowzer. Are we going to do that? I might do that. Also, Kael'thas is so cheap to train, and I've never understood why. Wow, Douglas gets 20 power when he levels up. Am I really gonna do this? I'm going to. I want to see the fully jacked bull. I've never seen him before. Oh. Uh-oh. Alright, that would only affect Be'lakor, so let's just get the freebie. The champion. This is where my hopes and dreams ended. I think. Maybe. I really don't remember. I prefer to block it out of my memory. It was yesterday. Yesterday's done and gone. We're on today now. So how do I balance this? If I want to activate the stick, I need an elemental up front. Or Douglas. I don't think the stick is being activated up front, team. Without Spiky Boy. I think we're just going to... I really want to do the combo. The Kael'thas brand combo. Although with... How fast are you? Oh, you're hella slow. Okay, I was going to say maybe with the Flame Spirit, that makes all attacks deal burning. Maybe I could get away with it. But that's no. Man, that team is slow. Frostbite 1 to all heroes and monsters defeated. Wow. Okay, I think I'm just gonna try and brute force it. Which has never, by the way, ended well, really. So put Be'lakor in room 2. We'll try and run the mega combo of Doom. And then we have this mess to sort out whenever he gets to the second room. And we'll see if we can make it. Yeah. Okay. Do I want nature damage up front for Lilitu? I might. Whoops. Oh, I can just double click. Oh, I can just right click. Interesting. I'm going to bring Lilitu up front just in case. Maybe. Hopefully I don't have to use her. This could be the end of all things. It's the Necromancer again. Thankfully, though, this time, I'm not going to be triggering her passive, where she gains enraged if she loses morale. We're not doing that this time. She will, however, bring a dead hero back to life as a skeleton at the start of each turn, which is pretty scary. And we have the Onimusha here, who is, of course, resistant to fire. So this will be something. I'm still going to try and brute force it. I thought about trying to spice up a little bit, but part of the reason I'm still brute forcing it is because the Necromancer and the Tracker are both doing back attacks, but one is fire and one is ice. So, yeah, it doesn't really matter what we do, huh? I could nerf her a little bit. I think I'm going to do that. I don't remember if the bull... Are you weak to ice or fire? Weak to ice. Okay, good. That was the right call. Oh, no, you do fire. Never mind. But hopefully, Islero can get some damage in. Now, even though Hangaku is 35% resistant to fire, I'm still going to drop the fire column, and I'm still going to use Brand. This would actually give her power, which is terrifying. I wonder how this is going to work with Flame Spear. Oh, it added the burn first and then consumed it. Wow, that's so good. This combo is so good, but I have... Oh, so little faith. The Necromancer is actually weak to fire, but of course she's in the middle. Is he going to live at 1? Nope. Boom. Get owns. I'm sorry, what? 300 hit points. Should I live? No. Kael'thas lived at 1. I have the poisonous plant here to reduce nature, because the Necromancer is hella weak to that. Do I try to kill the backline? I was actually going to do the magical brambles here. But is there a world where I just try and nuke her? No. I'm actually pretty confident about this, because Be'lakor is resilient to fire and ice. And the staff is in effect. Nice. Douglas does count as his own thing. For reasons I'm sure only make sense to him. Alright. Inferno. Okay, Permafrost is good against this. For some reason. Don't ask questions. Accept the reality before you. Alright, Douglas, what can you do for me? Let's poison leaves. We have the nature weakness. We have the pieces. Don't die, Be'lakor. Be'lakor! I believe in you, Be'lakor. I don't know why, but I do. Oh, you're dead, Be'lakor. Oh, Be'lakor. I don't believe in you anymore. Alright, Douglas. Let's go, Douglas. You are the hopes and dreams of our people. Yes, Ragnaros! Oh, that worked out so well. And the Ancestral Elemental is here. Look at that. We have the Mouth Shutter as well. Minus 30 morale, applies Silence 5. And the Protean Barrel. Do I want this? So this makes it so I can only place one trap, but it goes off twice. Are we in a world where I double poison his plant? Is that the world we live in? Because I'm kind of thinking the world we live in is Ancestral Elemental. And by kind of thinking, I mean yes. I actually don't have enough to upgrade him. But let's take a look. Are we doing level 4? Can I do level 4 Bull? Good, Anakin, good. You know what? Douglas deserves a promotion after that performance. He really does. So looking at, I guess Gunark's an okay name. Looking at our heroes, Saphion is of course going to be Akasha, the one and only ancestral elemental, and Islaro is a skeletal bull. Chad. I don't know why that was the first thing that came to my mind when I was thinking of bulls, but they're kind of like Chads. You know? A giant worm has oozed its way into the lower levels of the dungeon. What will you do with it once you have killed it? Plus 19 to life if you eat it. We can offer it to our little companions to get +1 morale, or we can sell it for 130 gold. I think I'm going to sell it. Now, I'm tempted personally to go to workout because I always ignore the workout. And you can see our Enchantress here doesn't have a whole lot of life. Sitting at 375. But I haven't shown this in a video yet. This is the ritual, which is like the interview of Mog. And here, you stand before the mystic tree and receive essences of knowledge for the ritual. The remaining essences of knowledge can be used during your next visit, in addition to the ones that will be granted again. Here we can expand our grimoire. We can have 5 total spells, and spells can be upgraded using effects. Mental alienation is hella expensive. They know this is a good ability, but so I'm actually going to upgrade my ice attack because I really like that. It worked out really well. And I think I'm going to upgrade... I feel like I should... there's a small part of me that feels like I should unlock Sandstorm just because I know it can be good. And there's another part of me that's just like, don't do it. Don't do it. So I'm going to unlock Cursed Seeds for the YOLO. We all know that I love the YOLO. And I think I'm going to save these. I want tier 3 spells here. Alrighty. So that resting room's a campfire, which I'm pretty sure is restore morale. And honestly, we're kind of full on monsters. I don't need another monster. So what if we do this slightly easier battle for a master bonus? Like, I don't know, life? Resistance? Literally anything? You know, that sort of thing. Okay. As for what we're doing here, we do, if possible, want to trigger the stick. So if we have Akasha, Brand, and Shad, that is a stick combo. Be'lakor, Rag, Douglas, or on Hoplite are also a stick combo. Okay, let's just go with this. This is either the smartest thing I've done in a long time, or the most pointless, and I'm not sure which. I believe I'm going on a huge assumption here that I can brute force this, but that is my favorite thing to do. So we have the Sage, the, of course, ice damage to the front monk thing that removes penalties. All resistance increased by 15 kind of sucks, but you're going to see something very potentially amusing, I hope. The Imaj who's going to deal air damage to the back, can't be affected by Demoralize and restores morale. This guy is usually really annoying, but shouldn't be too bad today. Or at least in this fight. And the Hellbringer, of course. Once again, we've seen so many of these things, dealing ice damage and reducing elemental resistances. Gonna dodge the first trap, and the attack hits all monsters. Oh, I didn't read that part. Well, okay. Brute forcing it is. So we're gonna use the Magic Brambles here to reduce elemental weakness. Or induce elemental weakness. And then I put down this trap to give it even more elemental weakness. Because, we're going in. We are only in. I could YOLO effects here. This could be hilarious. I will poison body instead, though, because I think this monk is not long for this world. I hope, anyway. So we, of course, triggered the effect of the staff. We have Akasha here who's going first because Akasha is faced. And going first, we're going to apply burn for Brand, who's in the front, which is sketchy with this guy here, but I'm hoping that the shell from our dear friends, the bull, is going to make this better. Look at that. Oh, just live one turn, Brand. Good, Brand, good. Now our bull attacks. Akasha's up once again. The double burn. Please just let me consume the burn. Please, don't do it. What is your health, Brand? 3. 3 hit points. Yes. Oh, we got it. And that was everything I was hoping it would be. Yes, for once it all came together. I'm so happy. I have a huge smile on my face right now. This banner destroyed me. So I'm very happy that I got to return the favor at least once. Well done. And for the Enchantress, we can increase her life absorption. I still have never used this Enchanted Seed. This is her spell thing. Each monster gains plus 10% life when transformed. The Enchanted Seed transforms them into a tree when the effect expires. So like into a Douglas. Or regeneration plus 3. I think what regeneration is it's the healing you get every week. So if I'm missing 75 health, it would be how long it takes me to get that back. So I guess I'm just going to increase life absorption in case they make it to me. Which so far they haven't, you know, knock on wood, fingers crossed, all sorts of things. Now, with our 300 gold, do I go to the trainer here? I cannot train Akasha. I could train Brand. It was kind of a big part of our plan, so maybe I do that. Maybe I do that. I remembered! We even get to increase the spell that's really important. So level 3 Brand is good. 110 fire damage, holy shit. Good, good, good. Do we want to apply a debuff? We could send a friend out. Spiky Boy returns next week. Let's send a friend out, sure. We have a lot of them kind of sitting around doing nothing. The Liquid Nitrogen Capsule. Ice damage from monster attacks are dealt to the target's fire resistance if it is lower than the ice resistance. We don't really do that. But, I mean, I guess we can send Bellacore. I don't know where the next combat is, but 5 is the lowest amount of weeks. It's right here. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? We're just going to take the regular here. The freebie. And we could sell at the black market. I'd probably sell Henry and Lily too. Henry, by the way, the reason I named him Henry is because of the Dark Mage from Fire Emblem Awakening. Best character. How much would that net me? Because I could sell Akasha for an obscene amount of money. 358, not bad. Alright, sure. Farewell. Spiky Boy has returned to us. Bellacore is returning in 2 weeks, so not awful. I kind of feel like the combo up front is solidified. Akasha, Chad, Brand. It's not going to break from that. Unless something really strange happens. So I'm going to bring Kale's Toss back to room 2 to reinforce it. Maybe even bring Gunark back. Because if I need ice resistance, I have Akasha. Not as good, of course, but... Alright, I feel like room 1 is secure. So let's test that out, shall we? Let us test that theory of security. And find it lacking. We're fighting one of the most infuriating passives in the game. And it's coming from the Enchanter, Merlin, here. He's going to randomly move everyone at the beginning of the fight. The only really good thing we have going for us is that this is an entirely elemental team that I have decent elemental resistances against. So even if we're all moved, it's going to mostly be fine. Mostly. Damage from traps increase. Well, that's not happening. We'll just apply the frostbite. And here we have... I was really torn on what we're going to do here because they're resistance to freaking everything. I could nerf Merlin because Merlin's going to be doing AoE damage. Although the really annoying part about Merlin is the elemental weakness more so than anything. Fortunately, the Amazon's ice resistance stayed above. Positive. I'll just freeze Merlin, it's fine. The less damage I take, the better. Now for this combo, I figured that there were two things to keep in mind. One, I needed Akasha to not be in the middle, because of Akasha's minus 50% nature resist. And two, I needed to make sure that Brand did not get the haste buff from Chad. So those were the two things I had in mind with this positioning, and it worked out flawlessly. And it's about to be beautiful. Oh, 311 damage. Good, Anakin, good. Well, alright. My strategy was not flawed at all. Although you have 90% fire resistance. Okay. Well, let's kill Merlin and we'll go from here. 90% fire resist, huh? Yeah. That's a lot of fire resist. Damage dealt if the target's air resistance is negative. Damage doubled if afflicted by burn. Okay. Alrighty. There's a small part of me that still wants to just brute force this. It wants to be like, you know what? Okay. Okay. I'll kill you with burn. Even 3 or 90% fire resist, but no. We'll do this the smart way. Akasha will get the kill here. With the air, the thunderstorm. Or I'll kill her with that still. Good, good. The plan all came together. Two birds, stone. Attacks targeting only the hero at the front. Deal 30% of final damage to the hero positioned behind the target. This is, once again, really good with our combo. Also, incredibly reminiscent of Ice Cube, because we did this with Ice Cube as well. The Protean Barrel, once again, the multi-action for the trap is okay. We don't really have a trap where that would excel with this. And the Winged Boots. Monsters placed at the front gain plus 40 speed. This could be okay, but it could also royally screw up our combo. So we're going to take two birds stone. I keep calling it two birds, one stone. But it is two birds stone. At the engineer. Do I upgrade the poisonous plant? It's like the one I like the most, oddly enough. I don't even know where it is. I mean, I know I'm blind, but holy shit. It's right here. It's like at the top of the thing. So increasing it slightly increases its damage. The other ones we have the Arcane Crystal. Upgrading this is just a slight increase to its damage, and then at the final level it gets more magical weakness. At 5 magical weakness, you could, in theory, get 2 magic rooms. So you could double dip if the floor layout favors you. If it doesn't, then it doesn't matter. And we also have the Cursed Prism, that just applies more elemental weakness per stack. The elemental weakness actually has been pretty good to us. Maybe we just go with that. Maybe we just do that. Because the Doctor is a waste. I could upgrade this too. There we go. Level 3 plant. For what it's worth. I do not have the Philosopher's Stone. So I kind of want to go to the YOLO. But let's get 2 more tiers. There we go. We can also do 1 conversion here to gold. That's fine. Therapist, how we doing? Therapist might not be a bad idea. Well, therapist, then we'll work out. I just need 1. Get those. Thanks for the free consultation. There we go. Enchantress, my dear. You have the gym to yourself. What are you going to train this time? Well... Is this value nerfed from, the Half-Life thing? 19 seems like a weird number. Let's get 19 health, sure. 394. Get some yoga going too for that extra regen. 18 life per week. And that is where we'll call it for today. Next time we'll take on this champion and claim a rare. Could we claim a good rare? I don't know. But we'll claim it no matter what it is. I feel like this combo has finally taken off. Like, this is everything I wanted it to be with Brand. Akasha is just a much better version of Kael'thas. I'm sorry, Kael'thas. But the Ancestor Elemental provides us with elemental defenses across the board. I mean, except for nature, but we have Spiky Boy for that. And Chad, now. Chad provides us with additional defense and that crazy increased burn stacking. And Bran just nukes stuff, just like he did in League of Legends. So it's all coming together. Now we're going to have to kind of figure out what we do with the second room. Or if the second room is just going to continue to be the sweeper. Like something leaked through and now they deal with it. Which is kind of what I think they're going to end up being. But thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Thank you to my patrons and channel members who support the channel. I greatly appreciate you. And if anyone would like to stay up to date with anything happening on the channel, feel free to join the Discord description down below. And I will see you next time to get our hands on a rare something.
Enchantment!